Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Jalindo, and today we're playing a new series of Renowned Explorers. We're going to be starting a new campaign, and we're going to just jump right into it. We're going to be doing a all-fighter crew, and it's going to be one of the harder ones. The Scout and the all Scientist and all Scout. All Scientist is kind of easy because of her, because of Anna's especially good Captain's perk. All Scout's really good because of the boots. So we're going to be going all fighter, and that's going to be one of the tougher ones. We're going to have a new captain today. New captain is going to be Mr. Ivan Dashkov. Kind of a really tough captain's perk for early in the game. -1 resolve. What that means is we're going to start with only 1 resolve. That means if we lose any resolve on the first level, we lose the game. But +1 encounter whenever you resolve an encounter with aggressive, which is actually really nice. Yeah. So, Ivan. The silent giant from Yekaterinburg, incredibly strong but not so talented with words, really just wants to be part of a group of friends. 44 years old, from present-day Russia. Ivan is a great brawler, amazing attack and armor, so he's good with the physical stuff. He's bad with speech, basically. He's really good with aggressive crews, and we're going to be going predominantly aggressive. He is primarily an athlete. Secondary is going to be his naturalist. We're going to be going all secondary with our fighters because fighters are notoriously bad with the adventure wheel, and so we really need to get some good adventure wheel rolls, and that's going to mean we need to diversify their perks. Yeah. Ivan is going to be our captain. Our second crew member is going to be Jean-Pierre Corniel. Actually, it's not Jean-Pierre because he's Netherlands. How do you say that in Netherlands? Jean-Pierre. All his friends have full, exuberant beards, but Jean-Pierre cannot grow one himself. Oh, poor guy. Searching for self-respect, this sailor now travels the world's most exotic places. Jean-Pierre is a balanced fighter with great attack and decent defenses. He's good for aggressive and devious. We will not be going with the recommended crews. He's primarily an athlete, which is a little redundant when we have Mr. Ivan, but his secondary is archaeologist, so we're going to be going with his secondary ability there. And for our third member, he's back from the first season. Our hero, the man with the plan, Mr. Victor Signac, who is a decorated military captain. His words and skills motivate friends and foes to follow him and wants to impress with rare finds. He's 37 years old, from France. Vive la France! He's a balanced fighter with high armor and no real weaknesses. Aggressive friendly is his archetype, but he pretty much is identical to Jean-Pierre. If you look at their secondary ability, their tertiary and maybe their quaternary and quintenary ability, I don't know. These abilities down here, if you look at those, they're identical for both Victor and Jean-Pierre. So they have some good abilities. So I'm gonna basically double up on those abilities. We have Tactician, which is his primary. We also have his secondary, which is Diplomat. We're gonna be going for Diplomat with Victor. So yeah, there's our crew. And not only we're gonna get all fighter, we're gonna get all male achievement. There's 2 achievements, all fighter and all male. We'll be going for here. So yeah, let's see if we can do this. But there's our crew. Victor's like, adventure. Jean-Pierre's like, adventure. Ivan's like, I'm going to read this book. Alright, this is a good book. Oh, what? Adventure? Okay, let's go on an adventure. While I'm reading this book. Time for an adventure. Druidic Stone Circle. I'll take it because that's where you get a lot of your early research is Druidic Stone Circle. Love that place. We have only 1 resolve, so we cannot lose any resolve on this run, which is scary because that's kind of tough not to lose at least 1 when you're taking all the debuffs. The crew finds a ancient Celtic holy grounds. A very interesting find, as there isn't much known about ancient Celtic mythology yet. Something worth investigating. The site is very interesting. There are runes with rituals described to honor Sinunus, the horned god. Those who fail to perform the ritual properly will be cursed with bad luck, the rune states. You learn a lot from observing, but Jean-Pierre thinks you might learn even more by performing the ritual. Yeah, we're not gonna do it. We are so not gonna do it because 20% chance and losing 1 resolve would mean we'd lose the game. So we're gonna just take the studies, wrap up the studies, and leave. You don't need to perform the silly ritual. You have scientific observation. Once the crew is done researching, Ivan tells everyone to pack up their bags and move forward. Okay. This day of exploring was not that exciting, but you did manage to find some rare edible mushrooms. A great party gift. Let's go up this way. What an amazing place. The nature here has remained untouched for ages, and the forest cliffs hold some valuable ore. The crew could spend days here, but to really get a result, you need to focus on one task. Will you spend the day collecting research, collect valuables, or spend extra supplies to get both? Normally I'd spend extra supplies to get both, but we really just need the research there, the +3 to study. We'll get the gold later, so we're going to go for the study. Nice. I'm not going to risk losing a resolve here. The crew traverses an area that looks like it has never been trodden before. Ivan finds a weird, colorful stone that looks valuable. The crew goes to take a look. Sadly, a closer look shows the stone is no gold or gemstone. The crew dismisses the stone as some common pebble. Okay. There's another weird, colorful stone. It looks as worthless as the other one, but the crew is starting to think there's something up with this stone. +1 study definitely, or a 1 in 5 chance of getting 2 study and 1 collect. I'm going to go for the definite 1 study because that's, like I said, fighters are horrible at adventure reel rolls as a general rule compared to scientists or scouts. They're just bad. Going to go over here. Some cuddly sheep are fond of the crew and keep surrounding you. It makes it hard to move and you have to do something. Alright, let's do something. Let's beat up the sheep. We want to go either friendly or aggressive. I think I'm going to go aggressive because that's what we're good at. Hiya! Go, Victor. Ivan. Jean-Piet. Jean-Piet. Hiya! He's like a cartoon character. That was nice. Put up. Yep, put up the book. Put up the book, and then punch him in the face. And then get the book back out. That's excellent. Oh. 9 damage. Fumble. Oh, this is gonna be... This is so easy. Level 1, so easy. Until you get a bazillion debuffs. Then it's hard. Smack. Nice. Oh, I think the audio somehow got reset up a little bit. Let's reduce that slightly. You're right about there. A wise man from a time long ago once said, "A knocked out sheep cannot follow you." Today this adage has proven true and timeless. The crew continues without these stinking animals following you. This way. Hidden Horde, please. Hidden Horde. Yes! It's always in a blank node. I always know where I can find one of those. Discovery token, because we want study. The reason why we're going for so much study is because we want to get the first tree, if possible, completely cleared by the end of this expedition, and it's really tough to do, especially now they've patched the research to be even more expensive, so it may not even be possible after the first expedition. Victor becomes frustrated with the lack of food. Okay. Lack of food time. Let's see. Let's go up here, see if we can unlock some supplies. Yes! In the middle of the forest, you find ruins of some sort. What is it actually was remains to be uncovered. The crew starts an investigation, and Ivan soon finds some ancient Celtic writing. It reads something like, "Welcome to the other world, where fairies live. We've been chased by the homelands by the Celts, and now live in this magical place." We've seen this before. A small person pops up. "Yeah, I'm a fairy of old. Get off my land immediately, or I'll cast a spell on you." It's obviously an orphan child. Nice try, kid. Still, pretty impressive that an orphan kid is able to decipher the script. Ivan offers the lonely kid a chance to join you as part of your entourage. +2 study, and student joins the entourage. Nice. Okay, we know up here there's nothing because we've already gotten the Hidden Horde. So we don't need to go to that empty node. That's a save right there because we can get some supplies. Not take those debuffs. We'll go over here and get the study. The crew arrives at a quiet clearing in the forest. While everyone takes a little break, as Jean-Piet notices that these clovers are different from the ones back in London. You take some to research. Let's go here, then here, then here, then here. So we're going to take a couple debuffs. Just your luck. A pack of hungry wolves is following you. Only one way to get out of this. Tactically prepare and beat them in the face. Ooh, 2 aggressive tokens. Awesome. That will be awesome. 1 shot. Nice. No one ever misses on aggressive abilities that I know of. I could be wrong about that. I never actually I always pay attention to the speech abilities that miss, but I don't really pay attention to the attack abilities and whether or not they miss. So I probably should look at that. Nice. 1 shot all 3 of them. They didn't even get a chance to go. Got all those aggressive tokens. That's nice. Threat averted. Those wolves will bother you no more. Stories like these will do well at the Renowned Explorers. Victor, for Victor, we're gonna be going diplomat all the way across. So he's gonna be level 2 diplomat at the end. For Jean-Pierre, he's already an athlete. We're gonna make him an archaeologist. And with Ivan, he's already an athlete. We're gonna be making him a naturalist, which naturalist is actually really good. It's almost as good as a survivalist for adventure wheel rolls. I do have a spreadsheet. I need to check out which ability is actually the best in this game. I haven't looked in a while. Your crew stops in an open field. Delicious rare mushrooms are growing here in small troops. These delicacies will go down great at parties as a gift to other renowned explorers. And debuff. Back in debuff territory. Here's our last thing. Out of nowhere in the middle of the forest, a huge cliff stands before you. Such a geological rarity often holds some exceptional treasures. Ivan orders the crew to look around. The crew comes back to make an action plan. Jean-Pierre mentions that there is plenty to find at the foot of the cliff. Maybe a survivalist or an athlete would be able to climb the dangerous cliff and look for more specific treasures. Let's go on an adventurous climb with Ivan. Ivan goes for it and starts climbing the cliff with a limited gear. A very daring endeavor. What kind of treasure is Ivan looking for? Quartz, fossil, sapphire, crystals. I really wish that I could see what these do, but I'm pretty sure the fossil is the one we want. Looking for treasure here might be dangerous, but after a long search, Ivan finally finds a real treasure worth taking home. Yep, 60% chance of the ammonite fossil, which I believe is the study result that you want. I don't know what the others do particularly. Let's see if we get it. Ammonite fossil. No, druidic corpse. Quartz. Those are totally different things. +4 to collect, +4 study. Not the best. I was really hoping for that ammonite fossil. This is a really good find, and a fine treasure to take home. Such a discovery is sure to be appreciated at the Renowned Explorers. The crew turns its attention back to the big prize of this island, the Druidic Circle. And out of supplies yet again. Alright, well, we're about to go to the boss. We did a pretty good job, covered the whole island, except for that one empty node that we don't really need. Losing speech defense, losing armor, so Victor is very vulnerable right now. Otherwise, Ivan also has lost armor and grit. So it looks like Jean-Pierre is our only untouched member when it comes to debuffs. The Druidic Circle must be somewhere around. Once you get there, the expedition will end. The crew vigorously searches the dense forest. It doesn't take long to find a standing stone circle. Surely skyrocket our reputation at the Renowned Explorers. But here's Rivalo and his crew. So now we have to deal with Rivalo. He's going to say basically that we're going to take your stuff. And we're going to like, no, you're not going to take our stuff. He's like, here, talk to this person while I take your stuff. And we're like, oh, hey, we're going to talk to you. And okay, we're going to fight you. Alright, here we go. I really hate Amir. I can't stand Amir. He's just the most painful thing in the world to play against. Such a pain. I think I want to run away north, force them to chase me, and then use the peace treaty to really nail them early. Let's run this way. Can we buff each other at all? We got confident, excited. I'm going to make Victor excited because he's going to be using peace treaty next turn, and I want him to do a lot of damage. I'm going to make Ivan confident because pretty much all he does is attack. So it'll be good to have him do something. And Jean-Pierre doesn't have any buffs, so we're going to end turn. Looks like we're just far enough away for them not to be able to get to us. I may just charge Amir and take him down. If he's gonna stay vulnerable like that. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna storm right into him. It's takedown time. Victor. Jean-Pierre. Ivan. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Impressed from Jean-Pierre will reduce his speech defense. Victor, we're not gonna use peace treaty. We're gonna use confident because that's gonna give him more damage. If we're in devious, this is a lot to think about. If we're in devious, we're gonna get a +2 friendly. So that means that Ivan needs to use devious so that we get into devious and get a +2 the friendly ability. So hope Ivan hits here. He hits. Okay, we're now devious. That gives us +2 friendly ability. If we impress him and actually hits, that reduces his speech defense by 25. So please hit. Ooh, fumble. That's gonna hurt us a little bit. Now we're gonna hit him with Victor, and that's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh, that's almost a one-shot. If we would have impressed him, we could one-shot him. But if we crit, we're still gonna one-shot him. So let's see if it happens. It's gonna happen in one turn. Let's see. One turn! 78 damage on Amir. You are done. Unfortunately, we went friendly, which means we lost the tokens. But it's okay. It's fine. You thought you won over Amir's heart, but he laughs in your face. Ha ha ha, your kindness is weakness. Bye. He leaves to follow Ravelo, who somehow managed to get away with the whole mini-ear. Oh well. Suddenly, Hood figure appears on the scene. Amazing. I saw how you handled that encounter just now. Your friendly solution is admirable. I'm honored that someone like you is looking for our history. Let's go for... What are we going to dream to chase? We're going to chase sciences because we really need a lot of science early on. Druid smiles. Ah, science. A noble cause for sure. I sense the earth is excited to be discovered. Give me a minute. In a trance, the druid leads the crew to a digging spot. The crew finds rare metals and a unique treasure. Nice. Stegosaurus skull. +1 study when a level 2 naturalist. We're going to have a level 2 naturalist with Ivan. Succeeds on adventure wheel. That's going to help us out a lot. With this last find, your expedition still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Rivalo. Now it's personal. Now it's personal. $146. Hey, encounter tokens used to give research. Or maybe I'm seeing things. I didn't get any research from the encounter tokens. Could have sworn they used to give research. Oh well. Yeah. Alright. Continue. Mad scientist. That's what we are. A magnificent job. The board of the Renowned Explorers International Society is impressed by your exploration skills in the Highlands. For this achievement, Chairman Pinkerton gives you an upgrade to your airship, which will allow you to carry more supplies. Hooray! Also, you have 5 expeditions to beat Rivalo, and here's a compendium of the things you need to know, and here's the button to go to the adventure guide, and there we go. So, yeah, we didn't get enough research, and that's really disappointed. They patched the game, so now preparation, which everybody was going after they discovered how awesome field rations is, they made it where it's a lot harder to get to the field rations. So, yeah, and it's very difficult for you to get the extra token for each job in the first expedition. They also increased the amount that research cost goes up. All kinds of badness when it comes to research. They realized how powerful research was, I think. So, unlock preparation. It's now 20. Next, we're going to get the +1 insight, gains 1 insight every time you finish. Yeah. We're going to get this +1 tool. That goes to 30 now. Plus 2 tools, or we can actually go over here, because we just need to get through this line. So we're going to go here, 40, 50. Now we're going to use our insight tokens at Berlin, because that's going to give us 3 tokens, I believe. Yes. And 3 more tokens. And 3 more tokens. And let's go ahead and research 2 extra supplies. And then hope we get some really good tokens here. So each token can give us between 4 and 7. So if we get 3 7s, that'd be 21. How many do we have to research another one? We need all 3 to be 7s. It's not going to happen. 6, 5, 7. 2 short. Great. Oh well, we could have gotten extra 1 token for each job. We'll get that in the next after the next expedition, and we could have got 2 tools instead of 1. That's not that bad of a loss. But we're going to be going, as soon as we get to the next expedition, we're going to be going heavy on the adventure, because we really need all these things deal with fighters, and they have a lot of good buffs to fighters. Look at this, +2 attack every time you succeed in an adventure wheel. We could have 3 fighters getting +2 attack every single adventure wheel, period. That's awesome. And then +1 collect with level 3 athlete, +1 campaign with level 3 tactician. We're going to have both those eventually, not right up front. We're going to have to hire some specialists to help us out with that. And this extra collect tokens whenever you resolve an encounter as aggressive. We're going to be aggressive mostly every single time. So yeah. Alright, so in the next episode we're going to be going to one of these areas, and you'll see what that is in the next one. So thanks so much for watching. Feel free to click that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, and remember, keep it clean.